Yo! Hey, Super Miki. See here. Today we are continuing the grand tradition of making video games. So last time I was working on the rainbow block. And so what I'm attempting to do What was I attempting to do? Okay, so there was a bug. There was a bug that showed up that I had to work on. That bug is in Grab Gem. So it works for Grab All, but not for Grab Gem. And I think this line here is the issue. Okay, I think that will theoretically fix that bug. Come on! I don't especially have a favorite animal, Alex. There's a lot of neat animals. Squids are pretty cool.
Squids.
Koalas are pretty cool. Holy crap, this is taking forever to load. There, it did it. Alright, works now. Okay, so the other check that I wanted to make is Barry and Kuiper both mentioned that it would only make sense if you could all grab the same... that you could only grab these when they had the same color. Favorite color. That's another odd one, because I don't necessarily have a favorite color. It depends on the use. Red's neat, white's neat, blue's neat, pink's neat. The planet in Welgaia is called Welgaia. Okay, so I think grab should take that into account now. Let's check here. So set rain color, check rain color. And then that should continue checking that to make sure. And then we have to do the same here. So set rain color. That could be a problem. Holding rain color, so we check holding rain color, set holding rain color, and then once we're down here, we also need to set, we need to check rain color. Okay, so theoretically now, you should only be able to grab gems. And that seems to work. All right. Okay, so now you can grab them correctly. Okay, I fixed the bug, and you can grab them correctly. So right now, I've successfully got everything done up to the point that it needs... or up to the point that I wanted to be yesterday. So from here, I just have to be able to match them to get rid of them. Here, 1 second, folks. Alright, we're back. Okay, so now I need to be able to match with them. So the issue is I don't want these to be able to match with themselves. Otherwise you could just get rid of 3 of them and that's the end of it. I feel like the easiest thing to do, like, I want to be able to maybe make a match with them by throwing 2 down, or whatever. And then the third one is one of these, and it sends all 3 of them back, but then what's preventing you from doing that with just 2? Or just 1 natural block and 2 of these? Okay, here's my dilemma with these rainbow blocks. I kind of wanted them to be... Keep walking off in the other place. I'm like trying to spin the chair around so I can see you, and then you go to the other way. So here's the dilemma with the rainbow blocks. We kind of wanted to make it so you could make a match with them, like if you use 2 normal gems and hit the rainbow gem, the 3 would count as the match. But if you think about it that way, what's preventing you from using 1 normal gem and 2 rainbow gems? Or no gems and just 3 rainbow gems?
Well, I would only start a match with at least 1 normal gem, so you would never do the 3 rainbow gems.
And then, like, well, what if you have, like, a rainbow gem and then a normal gem on top of it, and then you throw 1 rainbow gem on top? I just feel like the whole thing makes it much more unobvious how it works. Like, I want these gems to be fairly...
As a player, I would just say, if it's 3 of the same color matched up, then it runs.
But then, like, as a player, I also think, well...
3 rainbow gems matched?
Yeah, well, why not 3 matching rainbow gems? Or 2 rainbow gems and 1 normal gem. Like, I would
do 2 rainbow gems and 1 normal gem, but I would always have to include a normal gem. In the Rummy Cube.
So the question becomes, how difficult is it going to be to program a check when you do a match that says there's 1... Alternatively, it would be crazy easy for me to go, well, you have to throw 3 normal gems, and then it can chain through these. That'd be super easy to program. But, like, making sure you have to have at least 1 normal gem in the original match is gonna be kind of hard.
I mean, then you just do the 3 normals.
Yeah, it makes it harder to get rid of, and... I mean, I guess that's always something I can take into account for balancing if need be. Because right now I just compare to, like, the cloud block, where you have to make a match next to it. Granted, it doesn't matter what color you make next to it, you just have to make a match next to it. So I guess that makes it a bit easier. Whereas here it's very similar. I mean, it's sort of similar. You have to make the match next to it, and you could technically use any color, you just have to wait a second. Okay, so what about if you throw a rainbow gem, it will never match. But if you throw a regular gem, it can match with any number of rainbow gem. I mean, it would have to be 3 to make the match. But you have to throw a regular gem in order to match. That'd probably be the easiest way to handle it. Okay, so if that's the easiest way to handle it, then let's take a look at what exactly is involved in this easy way. Because somehow I feel like it's not going to be easy. Because it never is. Okay, so... when I throw gem... Okay, so that just... throw gem just creates the move gems. So let's take a look at move gem movement. I need to comment this code so bad. Like, I've got block comments, like, for a huge chunk of, like, this is what this block of code does. But, like, once you dig in there, I got nothing. Any inspiration for this game from Yoshi's Cookie? I don't think Yoshi's Cookie. I looked at Yoshi's Cookie temporarily, just as one of any number of puzzle games I was trying to look at, but Yoshi's Cookie specifically didn't really... it just wasn't the kind of game that I was shooting for. Get Muff. Get down, Muff. I can't reach that far. Get down, Muff. I can't reach that far. Okay, now I can reach that far. No, Muff, get down. Okay, so,
Muffin! Ah!
at least there's nothing in it.
Animal.
Okay, so, make block, create gem.
Vegetable. Mineral. Other? What is muffin?
She's a muff.
So is that animal, vegetable, mineral, or other?
I think of them, probably animal.
I think she's other.
Yeah.
She's a muffin. I don't think that's a vegetable or a mineral.
Okay, so we create the gem. And we set check match to 1. So that's the deal. We set check match to 1 and block placed to 1.
Boop. Boop.
So if block place is 1, then we run check match down here.
Hey. No.
Okay, so we set block place to 0. Set the location of the gem. The color is the actual gem. Gem check match goes to 0. What does this code even do? I feel like this entire block is supposed to be a sub-block to this one. So if it's in descending order... No, because then that'll just go up until it grabs the highest gem. And we set check match right up top. So it really just really just means that this has to run right after all of this. So we use tempx, bunch of stuff we created up there. So this is it right here. I just have to make sure that this check can also take into account those gems. So do I do anything here? So we just check is the one below it, and then we check is the one below it. And then these at the bottom are just for grabbing that. If true, we do the thing. And then that takes that into account. So how do I want to change this? I think I may need some more temporary variables. Yeah, I'm gonna need another, I think, 2 temporary variables. So this one is going to be... gem check 1, gem check 2. And the first one up here is going to be add new event above. So if the one below that one is the correct color, then gem check 1, 2, 1. Will be gem check 2 is set to 1. So if gem check 1 is equal to 1, gem check 2 is equal to 1, So I need to make sure I'm on the right field pack, though, because I have to select that. Okay, so theoretically this should not actually do what I need it to do, but it should work like it used to. Like, as long as nothing has changed, this should be fine. Alright, seems to work. There is currently no concept art for Meat Bun. Okay, so it is 13. So 0 is A, 1 is B. Hey Alexander, you got a problem with ladies? I really don't know of a more efficient way to do this.
Why does meat sound like a boy's name? It's meat.
Don't look at me. Doesn't mean I gotta make male characters.
There's dudes. It doesn't mean they have to be the main characters. Right?
Yeah.
Like, there's dudes. You put up concept art with a male and a female of each race.
Yeah. Okay, so E is 4, which means 5 is our first stutter block. Okay, theoretically, you can now match with these. Dang it. Dang it. Why does this only work when you throw... Let me try this. What the poop? Oh, whoops, that could be a problem. I do so like when what would normally be a really terrible bug with no clear solution is like, oh, you put the wrong variable in. Like, right when you're gearing up to go, this is gonna be an adventure. This is gonna be an adventure in hate. Then you go, oh. Oh, glad I averted that one. Bless you. Yeah, look at that crap working. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. So other than needing to do a lot of code commenting, I need to dive back into recursion. Is break gems? Is break gems my recursion? Yes. Okay, so how exactly is this going to happen? Okay, so this is, we're checking at this location. If gem type equals function parameter 0, I wish you could, like, use ands and ors in conditionals and then just parenthesis them as needed. Like, I want X or Y and Z.
Yeah. When I originally was looking at Construct 2, I was under the impression that you could add an or, like you added an else.
Yeah, that would be so cool if you could put or in like you put in an else. And it would just be this top thing, or everything below it.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be so friggin' awesome. Just put multiple ors in wherever you need to put them. Instead, I've got to, like, almost duplicate this entire block of code
Yeah.
for a separate instance. Okay, so is there any decent way to do this? So if the gem type of this gem we've found is the same as that, then you've got to do a bunch of crap. Yeah, the only thing I can think is I just need to copy this entire block of code over. Or later, Alex. Yeah, that's all I can think. I have to copy this entire block of code. And then modify it for what I need. If gem type equals 13... Is there any way to convert a letter into a number? Like if you have an A, turn it into a 0?
Not really.
Dang it.
I mean, I did that to make a function.
I may need to make a function.
You could maybe do, that regex replace.
I think I may be better off doing the function.
Do you want to replace specific letters with specific numbers?
I want to replace, yeah. A needs to be 0, B needs to be 1.
Yep, that's in a function. I can give you that function.
I'll just make it. It'll take 3 seconds to make. It's also bloody hot.
Yeah, it's... You've got days playing creative.
I am. Oh, I think I'm also going to turn on my little fan.
Huh?
Let's turn on my little fan too.
Oh yeah, you have that down there.
Oh, so much better. Alright, so let's make a function.
So that Alexander guy is gone, but I want to be like, Dr. the Honeyway and Madam Barry are proper nouns and thus would not be translated. Because you don't translate proper nouns. That's the one thing I remember from a French class. Everything else is gone.
Would the honey white count as part of the proper noun? Naka certainly would.
I'd say it would, yeah.
And like Madame Berry is your full name,
Yeah.
so that would be, like that wouldn't be.
I would consider it part of the proper noun.
Okay, there, I made a function. It's super easy. Stupid function. Gems... No. Yes, because we found a gem. What am I comparing to? What am I doing here? So if I found a gem that was a rainbow gem, so I found a rainbow gem. So gem is a rainbow gem. I need rainbow gem's rain color to be equal to okay, color is 0 is equal to gem dot rain color function dot call okay, parameter 0, the color that we're currently going is equal to gem dot rain color converted to a number. So I think that works. Possibly. Let's see here. If we do this, we have to set return value to 1 as well. We will never encounter a ghost gem in this situation. And then we continue searching around it. This theoretically works. I do first want to go back up here, where I was looking here. Because I think I can get rid of all of these and say temp color equals alright. This may or may not work. Let's find out. Amanda Wang's here. yeah! Alright, let's try something fancy. Oh yeah! Okay, so if I do these, I got 3 browns. This should send 4 points to the other side. Alright. And then that still gives points out accordingly. Oh my goodness. Is the rainbow gem done?
Oh!
Points go to the right place. Chains through them. Pretty sure you can make matches with them. I tested that earlier. I'll test it again. And the opponent gets the 3. We did it! And you should still be able to not make matches by throwing them directly. You just have to throw a regular gem onto them. But I can do that and get rid of all of them. Hope you buy it. Yeah. Ooh. I did not know you can get free bits by watching ads. I don't know how. I don't like know anything about how bits work. I didn't make a Twitch associate though, so I can get bits, but like. I can accept bits, but I have no friggin' idea how bits work. Okay, what do we got? So if that works, then I think the rainbow gem is done. Rainbow gem is done! It was a really big ad. Okay, so I'm gonna add effectively like a 3, 2, 1, go. I guess I can get rid of this. I'm just gonna use this again for now. Can I add instance variables? I can. You know what? I don't even need to do that. Let's go under here and go add another condition. Text when. Text when. State is equal to 0. Set value timer to be 1. Set state to be 1. So I think I need to bump all of these up by one. You shouldn't trigger every frame either. Where are my groups at? Okay, what happens? What happens? Alright! We have an official start and end to the thing. So we have a start and an end. We have all the trash gems. So I need what I'm doing next is making another layout. Yes, I'll add an event sheet. Okay, game field is 1280 by 720. Okay, so now that we've got this, I've got some events too. Can I compare variable? I can. Question. It lets me do it, but I want to know if it works. Can I make a global variable in one layout with an event sheet attached to that layout, and then in another layout with a different event sheet attached to that layout that does not include the code from the first layout? Can I access global variables in the first layout in the second one?
One, event sheets are not inherently attached to layouts. So, creating a global variable does not apply to a layout, only an event sheet.
Well, let's assume that the first event sheet is connected to the first layout and the second event sheet is connected to the second layout.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm just saying, wording-wise, and maybe even conceptually, event sheets aren't inherently attached to the layouts.
I understand that.
To answer your question,
Yeah,
yes.
mostly I just want to quote the answer to the question.
Yes. In fact, oh, I don't have construct open right now. In fact, I very often create an event sheet that's attached to nothing that simply holds all of my global variables.
Alright. And then you don't even have to, like, include that in anything.
No.
It lets me access those variables. I just wanted to make sure nothing funky happened if I tried.
I think I also keep my arrays in the globals.
The arrays don't have a home.
I mean, like, set my array.
Oh, like the initialization.
Yeah. So,
I wonder how that works.
I do include globals because I set the array there. But I don't think you have to include globals. Like, I just have all of the variables on the array. Or what event sheet.
Alright, well, we're gonna find out, I guess. And make sure. Okay, so we're gonna start by adding 4 global variables. Player 1, player 2. Player 1C. And player 2C. And then we're going to go in here. And we're going to have a bunch of buttons. I suppose I want mouse controls in this. Like, I feel like mouse controls is just something that I'm going to want. Even if you don't play with the mouse. I feel like that could get broken real fast if I let you play with the mouse. But like for menuing, I should let you mouse menus. That's just a thing that you can do in current games. So I'm gonna need some buttons. So I'm gonna need a lot of buttons. What do I have, 9 playable characters? Yep, 9. Okay, so by the end of today, my goal is to have something that I would consider a functional video game. It will not be good. It will be severely lacking in features and art design and pretty much everything, but it will be technically a video game. Lunch. It's lunchtime. Who had the roulette block? I think it was Rhina. So there has been some debate, or I shouldn't say debate, some concern over what Meat Bun's name actually is. Like, is her first name Meat and her last name Bun? Her first name is Tofu, and her last name is Muffin. But, I don't know, Meat, like, you can go up and go like, hey Tofu. You go up to a lady and go, hey Meat.
That sounds awful.
So, like, is her first name Meat and her last name Bun?
Joke where she's like, what am I to you, a piece of meat? Wait.
So, like, is her first name Meat and her last name Bun? Or is her first name, like, one of those older names with the hyphen in it?
Meat bun?
Like Mary Ann? So her first name is just Meat Bun? But then if her first name is like one of those two-part names, like Mary Ann, then what's her last name?
Her last name is McTryhard.
Meat Bun McTryhard.
Do you disagree?
I don't know if I can get behind. I don't know if I can get behind that.
Meat bun McTryhard. What about Meat bun McEdgelord?
I'm also not calling her Meat Bun McEdgelord. Okay, so the drop block was Karen. If Barry can warm up to the name Donut, you can warm up to Meat Bun McTryhard.
I can get behind that.
Oh.
Huh?
What if her Meat Bun was her last name, and her first name was, like, Sweet? And she would try so hard to hide her first name, and not let anybody know that her name is Sweet. I can actually get behind that. Okay, so I already called those, so this is Isami. This is Rhina. This is Naka. This is Tofu. This is meat.
Meat.
So I'm naming all of these buttons like P1 and then the person's name and then just BUT. But it sounds a little funny because it's like Isami butt, Rhina butt,
Wait,
Naka butt.
you have peach?
I do not have a peach button. Tofu butt, meat butt,
Meat butt!
Yuki butt, Morg butt. That's where you're gonna end up if you talk about her butt. Karen butt. And ogre butt. Alright, now I just have a crap ton of buttons that all do various things. I have a lot of butts.
Hey.
I have 23 butts.
Ah! That is a lot. Oh.
Okay, so when you click on... I don't actually need 2 of these, do I? I can just make it toggle.
This bread is much more dense than the bread that I made.
I don't know, man. Muffin likes bread.
Please don't get bread.
Okay, so let's see here. Player should go up front. Okay, so we have player, which is the controller, followed by punch, which is...
Guess who put World Burner on?
oh boy. Followed by Isami. Followed by roulette block, which is Rhina. Followed by sword block, which is Naka. I'm just making the UI. For, like, just selecting characters and stuff. I don't care right now. I just want them consistent. I'm gonna worry about making it do anything later. Like, right now, I'm legitimately just going on the order that I wrote them down on here. Squish block is tofu. Bomb block is meat. Ghost block is Yuki. Cloud block is Morgana. Drop block is Karen, followed by Ogre. And then we do it all again for player 2. Sure. I'll figure it out when I get there. So that's Isami, followed by Rhina.
So it goes Naka versus Naka.
Okay, there, we've got something. Okay, so we're looking at player 1C is equal to 0. Set player 1C to 1. Player 1 can't. Set text to NPC. Is equal to 1. Is that what I'm looking for? Cont, P2 play. Yes. Player 1 is going to be, I don't remember which one Yuki is. Or Isami is. Thinking about it, I should probably order them how they're ordered in here. In the code. Well, I mean, when I get around to actually making it, yes. Like, just for the sake of clarity of programming it right now, though. So we go Karen, followed by Naka, followed by Isami, followed by Tofu, followed by Meat Bun, followed by, that's the roulette, that's Rhina, followed by Cloud, that's Morgana, followed by Ogre. Wait a minute. I left Yuki out. 10, 11... Okay, 12 was Yuki, 13 is Ogre. Now the next question is it zero-based? Let's go player 0. What the Pope? What the Pope? Oh, whoops. I made them not a player. Let's try that again. So what do we send over? Hard to tell. So 0 is indeed Karen. So Isami would be 0, 1, 2. And Rhina is... I'm just gonna number these. Rhina is 5. Naka is 1. Tofu is 3. Meat bun is 4. Yuki is 7. Morgana is 6. Karen is 0. Do I have a 0? No. And Ogre is 8. One, two, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0. Playtext will be p2 playtext. Player 1 will be player 2. And this is Isami. And Isami is 2. Now we get to do it again. Rhina is 5. Naka is 1. Tofu is 3. Muff. You're just gonna run right back over. Move. Don't go that way, lay down. Okay, so I was down here. This is meat bun. Meat bun. Meat bun is 4. Yuki is 7. Morgana is 6. Karen is 0. And Ogre is 8. Is there a minimum donation amount for suggesting games for Fragment Friday streams? No. I mean, it's $1. And I think the reason I set it as $1 is because PayPal actually takes a fee off of transfers, and if you donate less than $1, I don't even think I make any money. Like, I think it just all goes to fees. Yeah. So, would I accept suggestions made via an amount of bits exceeding that minimum? I would like to. I mean, if someone wants to donate bits exceeding that amount, I would take that as a Fragment Friday donation. Or not, yeah, I mean, I would take that as a game suggestion. Which one? Well, give it some time to cool off, I guess. Okay, let's organize these. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. How do I spell Morgana's name? Is it 1G? I'm pretty sure it's 1G. Yeah, 1G there. Let me check Tumblr. And yes, as Itinerant has said, the minimum donation is just $1, just in order to make sure I actually see any of that money over fees and everything. Otherwise, the amount is, if you're going to suggest a game that I don't have, that I would have to go buy, you have to donate at least the cost of the game.
Is that in writing yet?
No. I'm gonna have to see if they're even, like, how that donation page thing works for the new system. Because I also completely overhauled the donation system just recently. We're going through a whole new program now.
Moldy! The onion is moldy.
Well, poopy. Okay, there's Luciana.
Thankfully, this meal was not contingent on having onion.
Yep, Morgana, 1G and 1N. I think that does it. So 0 is player. If you already donated the actual cost of the game doesn't win the following week. Do you have to donate the cost of the game again to suggest the game again? That'd sound kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Like you keep donating $30 for like weeks on end
Yeah.
in hopes that the game wins. That sounds kind of crappy. I'd say no. Yeah, maybe mention it though, because I'm gonna have a really hard time remembering what's been donated and what hasn't. Okay, so Karen, followed by Naka, followed by Isami, followed by Tofu, followed by Meat Bun, followed by Rhina, followed by Morgana, followed by Yuki, followed by Oper. So that's Karen, followed by Naka, followed by Isami, followed by Tofu, followed by Meat Bun, followed by Rhina, followed by Morgana, followed by Yuki, followed by Ogre. Video games! I like the second video game much better than the first one. This is Karen. This is Naka. This is Isami. This is Tofu. This is Meat Bun. This is Rhina. This is Morgana. This is Yuki. And this is Ogre. Alright, there we go. Hope everybody likes it. I've redesigned all the Will Gaia characters. It's something I've been wanting to do for a little while now. I may have to tweak them a little bit later on, but I'm reasonably happy with these.
Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, looking great.
How do you like this one compared to that one? I don't know, this one's got a little more flair to it, but it's...
It looks like it's leaning a little
It is leaning a little, though.
Why don't you just copy and paste the image?
I don't know, it's just doing this. Oh, that's a good tea. I like that tea. So for those of you... Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hey! Somebody else followed. I didn't catch the name when it came up, but thank you. Oh, that's right. I gotta do that thing. In 1 second, I'm gonna boot everything up and I'm gonna figure out what the crap's going on. What is it, this program? Let me see if this program does anything. Okay, I think it was Arachne Darkness. Thank you very much for the follow. I gotta make the sprites a little bit smaller on that. So for those of you who may remember, this is exactly what the UI and graphics in Tofu Tower looked like before I put actual graphics on them. Like, this is just what the game looked like before I made it look better. Because really all you need is it to be functional. Let's see, go to layout. We're going to lay out... Go to layout game field. Okay, so both being controlled by the player, we're gonna go with Meat Bun versus Tofu. So this should be Meat Bun. Should send some blocks over here. These should be the bomb blocks. Bam! Bomb blocks. And this is Tofu. We send Tofu blocks over here. And I get rid of the tofu blocks. And it works until somebody wins. Boom! Tofu wins! Okay, so I check for victory somewhere down here. Win-lose check, yeah. Okay, I just call a function called endgame. Makes things easier. Oh, what is everyone's garbage blocks? Give me just a moment and I'll let you know. I feel like I'm going to want to put this on the lose one because there's guaranteed to be a loser. I'm going to put it on both. It's under effects, it's under game end. And we're looking at for each text win. So for each text win, our text wins timer is greater than 0. Text win subtract from timer dt. And then if text wins timer is ever less or equal to 0, system go to layout, care select. And that'll take you back there. What else do I need? I need in care select. I need system. I need on start of layout. Okay, the easiest thing for me to do right now, and it really doesn't matter, is I'm just going to set all of these to 0. Like, for where I am right now, I'm going to want to change this later on, but for where I am right now, that's all that really matters. I don't even know what this UI is going to look like later on. Okay, so we can start out. We're here. Go Naka versus Yuki. And we play 3, 2, 1, go! So I can send one over. I could send one over. Boom. Boom. Those points go to the opponent, so that's good. Drops another one over here. Those go to the opponent, good to go. We raise this up, we can lose, and go boom! Yuki wins. And then it counts down from 10 seconds. 10 seconds may be a little long. And then it takes us back here! Okay, 10 seconds may be a little long. Let's knock that down to something more reasonable. Where do I do that? Oh, it's not there. It's in, endgame. Let's say 6. It shouldn't matter, because if I just play normally, it should just be Karen versus Karen. How long is 6 seconds? 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4, 5, 6. Good enough. Actually, I'm gonna make that 7. Give you 1 extra second of looking at your empty field. And we're done! That is everything that I wanted to accomplish today. Oh boy. Okay, so Crystal Rafine, you asked what all of the characters' garbage blocks are. I can show that off pretty easily here. Okay, so there are 9 characters. Right now, at least as far as the game's coding is concerned, player 0, or character 0, is Karen. Karen's block, you can pick up and throw, but there's nothing you can do to get rid of it. So it will just get in your way. It doesn't match with anything, doesn't do anything, but if you throw it on the bottom of the screen, it destroys itself, gives point to the opponent. Next character is Naka. Of course you had to friggin'... Actually, no, that doesn't matter. Naka's block is this arrow, which when you pick it up, or you pick it up whenever you throw it after that, it will hit and destroy all blocks immediately below it. So you would want to ideally throw it down on the bottom of the screen. So after that, 2 is Isami, which works similarly to Naka's, only instead of going a straight line down, it hits the 3 blocks left, bottom, and below it. So I can put a block there, and if I throw it here, it should destroy all 3 of those next to it. So ideally for that one, you would want to, like, open up a spot on the edge or something and just throw them down on the bottom. So that was Isami. Tofu is 3. So the Tofu block... so the Tofu block, you can pick it up and throw it, but there's nothing you can do to match it to get rid of it. What you have to do is you have to put 4 blocks on top of it that do not make a match, and then it'll just destroy itself and get squished. If you make a match on top of it with 3, the match does not count. Let's see, so after tofu there's meat bun, which the meat bun block is a timed block. That after a period of time just explodes, blowing up the 8 blocks next to it, and then all 9 blocks total point goes to the opponent. That was meat bun. Yeah, so it'll probably look a little bit better here. See it destroy itself, and then like those 2 down and below it after a time. The bomb blocks you cannot pick up, you cannot move, you cannot do anything. You just have to wait for them to blow up. So with those, you want to like clear out the space next to them so they're not gonna blow much up. So after meat bun is Rhina. Did I not do it right? Rhina is 5. There we go. This is a roulette block, which, much like the bomb block, you cannot move, you cannot pick up, you cannot match with, you cannot do anything. It's on a timer. After the timer runs out, it picks a random gem adjacent to it. There has to be a gem adjacent to it. Well, there doesn't have to be, but it will if there is a gem next to it, it will always pick from a gem next to it, and it will match in that direction. So if, say, the roulette block fell right here, the only gem next to it is the brown one below it, and it would match that brown one below it, effectively taking both brown blocks below it, and all points go to the opponent. If there... Obviously, it just destroys itself if there are just no gems next to it. So after Rhina is Morgana. So this is the Cloud block. The Cloud block you can only get rid of by... You can pick it up and throw it back down. Doesn't do anything, you can't match with it. But in order to get rid of it, you have to make a match next to it. And then once it destroys itself, it'll leave a gem where it used to be. And then again, in this case, 4 points went to the opponent. But you can see the scores up top of the screen here, and everything that I've done so far has sent score back to player 1. And then we have Yuki. So Yuki has these ghost blocks, which they'll land in a random spot among the bottom 3 rows, and they're actually independent from normal gems. You see I can do that, and the ghost block stays there. So with this one... It's just going to sit there and I guess not really do anything, but if you get enough ghost blocks thrown at you, you can still get blocked out. But if you happen to make a match over top of the block where the ghost block is, in this case it's over that brown block there, it'll destroy it, and then all, like 4 or 5, however many points, all go to the opponent. And then finally... Ogre's roulette block, or not roulette block, the rainbow block, which it functions a lot like a normal gem, only it changes color periodically. You can pick it up and throw it back down, but when you throw it back down, it cannot make a match. What you can do, though, is, as long as you throw down a regular gem, you can match with the rainbow gem in order to get rid of it, and then all points from that match go to the opponent. You see here, this one turns red, I throw these 2 blues on it, nothing happens. But when it turns blue, I throw these 2 blue gems on it, and it matches and goes away. You cannot match with the rainbow gem, So even if I pick it up and throw it down when it's red on top of a bunch of red blocks, it will not match. You have to throw a regular gem on top of it. And those are the 9 playable characters. Bam! After losing 32 gems to the opponent, he gave up. And now I have a character select where you can actually choose who you want to play as. You can play as Meat Bun versus Rhina, and then hit play. Oh. I should reset some variables for that. Let's see here. Where is the... Oh, I think it's because game end is already active. So what I'm going to want to do is go into here and go... set group active. Game start. Set group active. Game end is deactivated. Oh no. Set group active is... Did I do effects? Okay, let's see if that does it. I reset that at the start, so that shouldn't matter. And I don't have any persist items. Okay, let's try this again. Oh. Hey! We officially have a video game. Oh boy. Alright everybody, we have a functional video game. At this point, I don't really have anything else to program or add. I was not expecting to get done before dinner. So, since I don't really have anything else to add right now, I'm just going to call the stream now. I feel like the next thing I'm going to be adding is AI to play against. I may take a bit of a break, though, because Stormblood just came out, and now is a good time to take a break before I get involved in programming an AI to play against. So, later everybody, thanks for hanging out, it's been fun. I'm sure I'll stream again sometime soon-ish, but for now, dinner. Later everybody.